Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to do a book recommendation video. So of course for this video it is a romance book recommendations because tomorrow is Valentine's Day and I know that a lot of you will be doing nothing and staying at home. I saw a lot of tweets on Twitter, so you know, that's how I know. If you're planning to stay at home and you don't know what to read, then I highly recommend Book of the Month YA. It's a monthly subscription service where you get to choose one book for, you know, that certain month. I believe this month, this is like the only book that's like romance slash contemporary. It's called Yes, No, Maybe So. This is definitely a book that you can choose if you want to read it, and I know that this book is highly anticipated, but for February, I chose something else. It's called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, and I chose this book because I'm in the mood to read a thriller novel because I finished the show You last week in February. I am really in the mood to read something like this, so this is what I chose for February of 2020. There are 5 new YA releases, so I recommend you doing your research and choosing the book that you want to pick. My affiliate link is down in the description box below, and if you actually sign up with Book of the Month using my link, then I do get a commission. And also the code SWOON is, you know, the code that you should use because you will get the first box for $9.99. I believe this code is only available in February because it is Valentine's Day, you know, on the 14th. Treat yourself, okay? Because I am definitely treating myself for Valentine's Day, even though I have a hot date tomorrow because this video should go up the day before Valentine's Day. That's the plan. The first book that I want to recommend is To All the Boys I Left Before by Jenny Han. So if you don't know, this book is a movie on Netflix. It's called To All the Boys I Left Before. It's starring Lana Condor and Noah Centineo. The main character, Lara Jean, is Korean American. She is biracial. Her father is white. Her mother was Korean. She have 2 other sisters, an older sister and then a younger sister. Basically in this book, Lara Jean is like a hopeless romantic. She writes love letters to her older crushes. Towards the beginning of the book, someone sent out her letters. Her crushes read the letters and she was just like really embarrassed about it. And then there's like a fake dating trope because she starts going out with a guy named Peter to make the guy that she really likes, Josh, to back off. So Josh is her older sister's ex-boyfriend. She does not want to get into this drama and she does not want to disappoint her sister, so she thinks it's a good idea to go out with this guy named Peter, and eventually they fall in love. I'm not a big fan of the trilogy because there are some things that I don't like, but still I did enjoy the novels when I read them a couple of years ago, and then I also really enjoyed the movie. If you want to pick up the books, then of course do it. And I know that the movie P.S. I Still Love You is coming out very soon. When this video goes up, the movie is already out on Netflix, so I cannot wait to watch that movie because I feel like that's like the perfect movie to watch around Valentine's Day. The second book that I want to recommend is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. If you don't know, this book is very queer because the main character, Emmy, she is queer. I don't know if she's like a lesbian or bisexual or pansexual. I don't remember having her sexuality stated explicitly in this book, but I'm just gonna say that the main character is queer and then the love interest is also queer. The main character is Emmy and she is a set designer in LA. She and her best friend Charlotte, they discovered this letter, and turns out there's this famous actor who passed away in this book. Basically, he had a daughter and no one knows about it. The girl is basically trying to find out who's the daughter, and her name is Ava, and Ava is a love interest. So that's all I can say. This book is amazing. It's really heartwarming and I really enjoy reading about the characters, and of course I think the representation is also very good. I feel like this book is very underhyped. I really want to bring this back because this is an amazing novel, and if you really want to read a YA novel with female to female romance, then of course check this book out because it's really good. So those are the young adult novels that I want to recommend. So now we're going to jump into new adult, and I only have one book because I feel like I rarely read new adult books nowadays. I mean, I have definitely read a lot when I was in high school, but I don't want to recommend them because they're not that good, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like this book is very good. This book does have some mixed reviews, mostly positive reviews, but I know that there are some people who don't like it, but still, I want to bring this book to your attention. It is, of course, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This book was so popular last year in 2019, and I read this book over the summer. I really loved it because this book was in my favorite books of 2019 video. This book follows 2 main characters named Alex and Henry. Alex is the son of the President of the United States and Henry is Prince Harry from Europe. England. So in the beginning, they don't like each other because there's like a misunderstanding, and then eventually they get past that. Alex and Henry become friends, and then eventually they develop feelings for each other, and that's basically what the story is about. And I think it's really great because I think the representation is so freaking good. I love this book. I really appreciate this book. The last chapter gives me so much hope for a better future for this country. That's all I asked for, and yeah, this book is great, and I highly recommend this book if you have not picked it up. The last 3 books in this video are all adult romance novels, so of course let's start with Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. Even though I did not give this book 5 out of 5 stars, I still want to recommend this book because I feel like there are a lot of people who can relate to the main character, Chloe. She is a Black British woman and she has a disability called fibromyalgia. We actually see that in this book, and of course there are discussions about it, and I think that's very important. In the beginning of this book, Chloe almost died because a car almost hit her. It kind of pushed her to make this list and to be independent and to do things that she doesn't really do. So she moved out of her family home and she has her own flat, and the superintendent is a guy named Red, and he is the love interest. They both don't like each other in the beginning for whatever reasons, but then deep down they like each other. But not just that, they're horny for each other. There are explicit sex scenes. If you're in the mood for that shit, then pick this book up. The 5th book on this list is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This novel follows 2 main characters named Macy and Elliot. Basically, when they were very young, they were best friends. Around age 17/18, they got together, but things did not work out. And then of course, in the present timeline, we find out that Macy pushed Elliot out of her life for like 11 years. This book is really about the 2 main characters. It's being told in alternate timelines, so of course we see the past and then we see the present, and I feel like everything connects so freaking well. This is a very personal book for me because I just really relate to the main character Macy regarding her relationship with Elliot, and then of course dealing with her parents' death, especially her mom. The sex scene is so dry, okay? There's only like 1 or 2 sex scenes, and it's not that explicit, so it's not that steamy and hot. We really deal with like the emotional aspect of their relationship. But if you really want to cry and you really want to be emotional, or like read something that hits you in the chest or in the face, then read this book because I love it so much. The final book on this list is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. Yeah, by Christina Lauren. Wow. I finished this novel yesterday, okay? So it's a very recent read and I love it so much, so I really want to talk about this book in this video. I will mostly talk about this book in my February wrap-up regarding like my thoughts on the characters, writing, plot, and all that fun stuff. But for now, I'm just going to recommend this book because I think this is a really great adult romance novel. So this book follows Hazel and Josh. So basically in the beginning of this book, they knew each other when they were in college, and then they basically reconnected because Josh's sister Emily is Hazel's best friend, and that's how they met again. Josh's girlfriend Tabitha cheated on him and he felt like shit. Hazel and Josh become best friend, and it's so pure because their friendship is amazing. It's like a friends to lovers trope. I think it's really wonderful that, you know, they were best friends, and it's really wholesome because this is one of like the few instances where is opposites attract, because they're complete opposites and yet they work well together. I really love this book. I think it's so funny. I love the characters. Everything is just great. If you want to read a really cute friends to lovers trope type of thing, pick this book up. So those are all of the books that I'm going to recommend in this video. I'm really happy that I did a book recommendation video. It's been a year. Oh my god, I really need to fix my ways. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.